It's still snowing up here at Red Poppy Ranch, but it was absolutely nothing like last year. This year we're still getting a little bit of snow here and there, but I'm pretty sure we've gotten about 25% of the snow that we got last year. We've had so little snow, in fact, that I haven't even really had to use the plow truck so far this year.
Thank you to Harry's for sponsoring today's video.
We started using Harry's shave products about 5 years ago. Yes, we both use their products. We love their products. It's the only shave products that we use. And now all of these products are available at the stores that you already shop at.
Any store that you shop at, Target, Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, grocery stores, drugstores, any of those stores, Harry's will be there.
While we were doing our normal shopping, we ran down to our local Costco, and sometimes I like to see things in front of me. It helps me make decisions better. We picked up the Harry's Winston handle and the 5-blade cartridges that come with it. This handle was voted the best men's overall handle by GQ magazine in 2023. The 5-blade razor and the ergonomics of this handle, I'll tell you, this Winston handle is my favorite handle so far. The Winston has a smooth zinc body with rubberized grips, and personally, it's my favorite handle. The control that you get with the handle and the 5-blade razors makes for a smooth shave every time. So the next time you're out doing your local shopping, and the next time you go by your Costco, let us know what you pick up. Well, after working last Friday at cutting in the trail, I failed to clear all the mud and the dirt out of the tracks before leaving the excavator for the weekend. Then the temperatures got down to single digits over the weekend, and now the rubber tracks on the excavator are frozen solid and they're not going anywhere. I'm trying to use the excavator and a chain and a little bit of leverage to break the track free from the frozen mud and the dirt so I can get up on the hill and start cutting the newest part of the trail in. Finally, I got the mud cleared. This tree right here is a tree that I would like to avoid. Same with that tree right there, because that tree is pointing straight up and down. That tree right there, I'd like to avoid too, but actually that tree's got some problems, but it is an older tree. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna bring the trail up to the switchback, and that's my goal for this week, is to get not only the switchback done, but I'm going to try and get the whole trail cut in up there to that new point. And I just want to make sure I do it right, I guess. I don't want to take out any trees that don't need to be taken out, so. Well, after getting as far as I've managed to get with the excavator in the middle of winter, I'm now very interested in continuing the trail on up to the next point if the weather continues to hang on. On a day like today when it's cold, it's actually easier for me to work with the excavator than when it starts to warm up and everything gets muddy and soft. It's supposed to be cold for a couple of days this week, and then we've got some weather coming in later in the week, so I'm going to work on this trail and get as far as I can with the excavator before I have to stop and do something else. Now that I've got basically the first part of the trail completely cut in, I'm going to put in a very small switchback that will allow me to continue the next portion of the trail. And then once I get the trail established, I'm going to come back and make the switchback bigger. So this is basically as far as I need to go with the first part of the trail. I'm going to put in a little switchback right here and take off for that point, but I'm real concerned that this second part of the trail could end up being quite a bit steeper than I wanted it to, so I'm going to have to play this by ear as I work my way up the side of the mountain. The good news is I get out of the maple trees here pretty quick. And my hope is that as I continue to cut the trail in, that I won't have to take out too many big trees along the way. Using the drone has helped tremendously in putting in the trail up the side of the mountain. Naturally, when I'm sitting in the excavator, I can't see as well as I can with the drone. but I can see certain trees and I use those as markers to aim at while I'm digging in the trail. Believe it or not, I really struggle with what I'm supposed to do with these trees and with this land ultimately. Am I supposed to sit back and do nothing and let Mother Nature run amok and only the strong survive? Or is it possible that I could work really hard and create something where everybody benefits? Mother Nature, me, and the animals. This is where the first part of the trail ends, and now where the switchback is, and to the top left of your screen is where I'm hoping the new trail goes. As you could see, I've got some rust in one of the structural cross members in the bottom of the floor pan here that need to be replaced if I'm going to do this right. I've used sheet metal on a lot of the parts so far to do the rust repair on this cab, but this floor support is not something I can just patch back together. I ordered this new structural crossmember. I'm now in the process of drilling out all of the spot welds, and my goal is to put the new piece back in such a way where it looks like it came that way from the factory, at least from the bottom side. A little hammer and dolly work gets the sheet metal to lay back down before I try to put the new crossmember back in place. You better watch close, because I'm telling you, this better be the last time I do any rust repair on any vehicle in this shop. Although there really wasn't that much, and maybe I'm going a little bit overboard looking for it, but I want to make sure when I put this truck back on the frame, and when I sell it to somebody down the road, that they can see that this isn't another YouTube giveaway truck that was built in a weekend to sell some t-shirts. As I said in previous videos, almost all of the rust in this truck comes from the simple fact that the weep holes get filled up with dirt and the water can't drain. And that's the issue right here at the bottom of the door. And this is sheet metal that I could order, but after drilling out a couple of spot welds, I can remove the rotten pieces and scab some sheet metal back in there. We still try really hard not to let Ruby and Bandit outside together because they still like to run off a little bit. So after Ruby goes on her morning jog, I have to swap her for Bandit so Bandit can come out and run around too. The price we pay for the animals that we love. Rather than replacing the entire floor pans with new stamped floor pans, I just cut the rotten parts out and scabbed some more sheet metal back in. From the inside of the cab, I'm going to install carpet in it, so you're never going to see these repairs, but from the bottom side, I'm going to clean them up with a grinder, and again, the undercoating should hide the repair as well. Every once in a while, I go back to some of our older videos to see what the weather happened to be like that particular year.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
And this video is the very first winter we spent up here at Red Poppy Ranch, which would be 4 years ago, almost to the day. And if you haven't seen these videos, you should go back and watch them and really see how far we've come. We are about to start year 9. Okay. Let's go. This last week, somebody listed that Delta Milwaukee drill press from the 1940s on the local internet for sale for a $100 bill, and I couldn't get there fast enough to pick it up. I'm probably going to get another drill press to go with that one, maybe a little bit higher horsepower, but if I could choose a look for a drill press to have in my shop, that drill press has it. He told me that it was his grandpa's old drill press. Yeah, I probably would have kept that drill press if I was him. After spending way too much time cutting and grinding and removing any rot, as well as cutting and grinding all the new sheet metal that'll go back in here, I finally got the passenger side basically done. I may bodywork this rocker a little bit just to hide my welds, but it turned out great. Now to repair the driver's side. I bent up a new piece on the sheet metal brake real quick. I've always found a lot of joy in taking something that somebody had given up on and turning it into something that's very desirable. And I know that's going to be the end result with this truck. But goodness, I've spent way more time working on this truck as far as the rust is concerned than I ever anticipated. The best projects always start with the best foundation, and this truck, it was questionable. Well, friends, I'll keep grinding if you keep grinding, and collectively we'll turn it into something that's desirable. Thanks for taking time to come by and see what we're up to. Hopefully by the end of next week I'll have everything done on this truck. It looks like the weather's going to keep me in the shop for a good part of the week next week, but I'm going to continue working on that trail every chance I get until the snow goes away. Be safe out there. All right, I still have a little bit of rust repair to do in that driver's side A-pillar, and then I have the cab corners. Cab corners aren't going to take me very long, but I'm just about done with the rust repair. As usual, when rust repair starts, it always goes further than anticipated, but now the truck is getting to where it's solid, and I'm not going to have to worry about any of the rust issues. Anyway, on next week's video, I'm going to get back on the trail as well as a few other things, and I'm hoping by the end of the week I can have the underside of that all painted and start the process of getting that cab back on the frame, because soon enough it's going to warm up and the snow's going to go away, and I'm going to want to dive into some of these outside projects. It looks like we're going to get a really short winter this year, and the ground's going to dry out. I noticed the seeds were already out at the local farm and ranch store that I go to. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and we will see you guys in a week.